Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have the national anthem queued. Can we please play the national anthem? Please, thank you very much.
We're there. For me.
Patrick, I believe you have the anthem for us.
Dr. Akilu.
You are muted, Dr. Akilu. Dr. Akilu, you are muted.
Okay, I'll just play that now. I thought we were just going for the second stanza for the opening prayers, considering we have
first
played.
the anthem, and then we move to the prayer. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian national anthem, please. Thank you very much.
Just a second.
The beauty of live events. We tested it this morning. It worked flawlessly. Now it's known as the moment of truth. The pressure is on you, Akilu, and I know you're up to the task. So Nigerian anthem, please.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All good. Yeah, that's it.
Nigeria's come again to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith.
Labors of our heroes found
Never will be vain to serve
with
Christ and ours. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Now, for the national prayer, we shall be using the second stanza of the anthem as our collective prayers. Please, the second stanza. Thank you. If you haven't got it, I can put it on PowerPoint right now. We can use that if we can share your right. Okay, can they see? Right. If you could have that slightly enlarged for us so everybody can see it. So we shall be using the second stanza, the bottom part of your screen, and let's collectively please speak those prayers out in one accord. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength,
To
to
defend
defend
our
her unity,
hold
and
our
uphold her
uphold
honor and glory.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charles Ajayi Kiran. I have the privilege and honor of facilitating this part of the presentation this morning, a great honor indeed. We have an audience replete with extremely illustrious citizens from all over the world and great friends of Nigeria attending this virtual conference this morning. This morning, we are inaugurating the Manchester branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, aptly themed or titled, Harnessing Diaspora Engineering Potential for Africa We Want and Deserve. We are leaning on these great men and women to lend their expertise to the development of that great continent. This is indeed a welcome event. We have a lot of high-profile people attending this event, and we'll be mentioning them in a moment. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished engineers, eminent guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to please introduce some key individuals we have attending this morning. The first I'd like to announce is Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSE, President, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please let's applaud very quickly just to let them feel appreciated. And the first citizen of Nigeria here in the United Kingdom, His Excellency Ambassador Sarafuddin Tunji Ishola, the High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to the United Kingdom. Please, let's show our appreciation this morning with another big hand of applause. Thank you. And our guest speaker this morning, Engineer Professor Michael O. Faborode, FNSE, former Vice Chancellor, FNSE, FA Engineer, former Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. Let's please welcome him with a big hand this morning. He is also the immediate past Secretary General, Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigerian Universities. We also have Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamu, FNSE, FA Engineer, Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are welcome this morning Your Excellency. Another big hand, please. Engineer Ademola Isaac Olorunfemi, FNSE, FNIM, branch patron and president, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, a rousing round of applause for this gentleman also. Thank you. And we also have Engineer Ali A. Rabiu, same FNSE, FASCE, President, Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Corin. Let's give him a big hand, please. Welcome, sir. We have Dr. Nike Falayon, MBE, Chair, Association for Black and Minority Ethnic Engineers in the United Kingdom. Can we please show our appreciation also for this illustrious lady? Thank you very much. We also have Engineer Mrs. Fumilola Ojilade, FNSE, President, APWEN, which is an acronym for the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Please, a resounding hand of applause also. Then we have our very own engineer, Dr. Obuks Eyowomu, who is the chairman, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch. So good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. It has been said that all achievements initially begins as a dream. The great James Allen, who wrote the runaway best-selling book titled As a Man Thinketh, he said in that tiny little seminal book that all achievements begin initially as a dream in somebody's heart. That the mighty oak tree initially rested in an acorn, that the birds of the air once laid in eggs, and in the highest vision of the human soul, there is a waking giant stirring in each and every one of our souls this morning. He said, dreams are the seedlings of reality that will either gravitate towards our highest visions or our ephemeral wishes. That if we dream big dreams, we shall have big results. But if we dream small dreams, the reality will be very, very small. So it is with great aplomb we are all gathered this morning to launch the Manchester branch, which is a dream and a vision that is coming to fruition. To help kick off this morning, please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the branch chairman of this new branch, Engineer Dr. Obuks Eyowomu. Please, let's give him a big hand for his presentation this morning. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, MC, for the warm introduction. The chairman and president, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSE, all protocol duly observed. I will start by saying thank you to each and every one of you for being here today. On behalf of my members and the executives of NSE Manchester branch, I'm very pleased indeed to be able to welcome you. Today marks our inauguration as the 80th branch of the society, a society that was established February 6, 1958, here in London, England, and later inaugurated in Lagos, August 20th, 1960. So we can say engineering has come home. Before we get started, I would like to sincerely show appreciation to all of you who generously helped us make this event come together to become a success. In particular, I would like to thank first, the Chairman and President, NSE, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, for his support. Second, I would like to thank the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Manchester, Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, and the senior leadership theme, ably represented here today by Professor Stephen Flint, the Associate Vice President International. The last but not the least, I would like to sincerely thank the Chairman of the Inauguration Planning Committee, Engineer Dr. Olutola Fakende, MNSC. In today's gathering, I would like to focus on 3 strands, which is how the branch was established, the journey so far, and the task ahead, while drawing on an intersecting phrase that I called true diligence. Simply put, true diligence means constant and earnest effort to accomplish what is undertaken. I'm sure we can all come up with different theses and antitheses as to what true diligence means. For example, and I underline for example, we could argue that the COVID-19 vaccine, which is a reflection of today's reality that we are all witnessing thus far, both the process that led to its production and the product itself is arguably a function of true diligence on all those who came together to ensure that it was delivered in record time. By way of antithesis, we could also argue that today, what is unfolding in Afghanistan to the eyes of the world cannot be said to be an output of true diligence. So I go with the first one. How was NSE Manchester created? I believe, and I would like to argue today, that it's a product of true diligence. Why do I say that? On the 18th December 2019, the immediate past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Adekunle Mukolu, FNSC, during a chance meeting, gave me the green light for the establishment of a branch of the society in Manchester to provide a platform for residents in the catchment area to participate in NSE activities and contribute to the overall vision of NSE. The responsibility to lead the formation of NSE Manchester branch was vested upon me, with a timeline that was achieved in record time, only because of true diligence. The journey so far. Through true diligence, the Protem branch held its first inaugural meeting and a maiden technical session on Friday, 1st May 2020. Through true diligence, the branch was formally admitted by council on 17th of September 2020. To date, and through true diligence, the branch has organized 15 international technical sessions of sound repute. Through due diligence, we have 191 members, 73 of which are corporate members of the society. The branch, through diligence, has made significant contributions to the society. For example, we commissioned an e-library project looking at the timeliness of the pandemic and how we can leverage on it. Through due diligence, the ongoing infrastructure scorecard report card, we have a significant members of the branch leading key aspects of that notable project. Again, through due diligence, the first ever NSE map app was developed by a member of NSE Manchester branch. What is the challenge ahead? Through due diligence, the branch is keen to better understand, among others, the challenge of air pollution and its associated health body. What do I mean by health body? The graph you can see before you shows number of deaths by risk factor. We see the first one is high blood pressure, followed by smoking, high blood sugar, then comes air pollution. So air pollution is responsible for over 4.9 million deaths or associated deaths. So it is very important. It is a global challenge that the branch is keen to support. Through due diligence, we have primary data that has shown that in Lagos, one of the most populated cities in the world, these are some of the cases that people who live around Lagos present as health burdens. Respiratory, very high. Cardiovascular, also very high. Because we also understand more about air pollution. Through due diligence, in June 2020, the University of Manchester, through a GCRF QRO grant, which I lead as PI, funded a proof of concept to deploy a low-cost sensor in Lagos. Interestingly, through due diligence, the proof of concept was done, and the low-cost monitoring device is what you can see on the right of your screen. And this is the partner institution, University of Lagos, where we located the sensor. Through due diligence, we have taken time to understand the data which we have collected over a 12-month period and can clearly see from the graph before you. The dotted line is the WHO tolerable exposure level. And the two key variables that we are looking at here in this graph is what PM10 and PM2.5. These are particulate matters that are responsible for health issues like respiratory diseases. It clearly shows from this graph that there's need to rethink air pollution and its impact on health burden in Lagos. Through due diligence, I would strongly want to invite Mr. President and our special guests here today to continue to support the initiative that we have started and support it to ensure that we continue to understand air pollution better. So together, we can achieve greatness. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very, very much. Let's please show our appreciation to the new branch chairman. Let's give him a big, big hand, Dr. Obooks. The only reason I didn't interrupt, even though you are nearly 4 minutes outside of time, is because your speech is so very important, and it was aptly positioned and titled. The context, extremely very interesting. Thank you so very much, sir. Let's move swiftly, please, to our keynote address. And this will be by the chairman of the occasion. Permit me to please announce Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, who is the president, Nigerian Society of Engineers. You are very welcome, sir. We look forward to hearing your message this morning. Big, big hand, please. Big, big hand. Somebody can please help us identify, highlight him, and unmute.
Hello. The president is actually on his way from Lagos at the airport.
Oh, I see.
He's been trying to join. I think he will hook up very soon to
all right.
You.
So let's move on swiftly. Let's move on, please, to the High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. I believe he's ably represented this morning by Dr. Cyprian Heen, who I've had the pleasure of meeting, a truly dynamic gentleman who heads up the desk of the investment, trade and industry at the Nigerian High Commission. Dr. Cyprian Heen, representing His Excellency Ambassador Sarafiddin Tunji Ishola this morning. So is Dr. Heen here? Can you help me see if he's around? There's a particular gentleman who speaks on the screen, Mohammed Adamu. Can you highlight, please, whoever is speaking? All I see for the past half hour besides the note is Mohammed Adamu. Your handsome face, I keep saying. So we can highlight Dr. Cyprian Hinn.
The president is here now. The president is here.
Okay. Well, ladies, this is a live event, so please excuse us. You know how these things go. If the president is here, we shall be honored to hear from him. So permit me to announce him again. The chairman of this occasion, Engineer Babangida Mohammed, FNSE, President, Nigerian Society of Engineers. If you are here, sir, oh, I can see you. I can see you, sir. Please, the floor is yours. We look forward to hearing from you. Kindly mute. This is an assembly of professionals, so you need to know if you are unmuted, you are interrupting the proceedings. Please mute yourself. Thank you very much. If you're not speaking, kindly mute yourself. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, please, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate anything.
You are muted, sir. Mr. President, you're muted, sir.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we can hear you now.
I am on my way to Abuja. I'm in the airport, and time has caught up with me. So, to the grace of God and the glory of every one of you, I, Babangida Mohammed, President in Chairman in Council of Nigerian Society of Engineers, today inaugurate the Manchester Pride of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. I will join the proceedings because I will be taking my flight now to Abuja. Thank you and congratulations. Please continue the activities. I will join you later. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. If we can mute the chairman, I think is the airport sound in the background we're hearing. If we can mute him, please. Awesome. Thank you. Has anybody spotted Dr. Cyprian Hinn this morning, please, if he's in the audience? I'm just scanning real fast. Is he in the audience, Patrick?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, not yet. Okay. So what we are going to do, just because of time, we are going to move to our next speaker. And I've seen him arrive on time. I believe I spotted him in the audience. Yes, I did. We're going to move to our next speaker now for his goodwill message, and that is from the University of Manchester. We have the honor this morning of inviting Professor Stephen Flint, who is a special guest. He is Associate Vice President, International Professor of Stratigraphy. I haven't got a clue what it is, Professor Flint, never even heard of it before, but happy to learn this morning. Let's give a warm welcome this morning, please, to Professor Stephen Flint. Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, and a warm welcome to the University of Manchester, to all of our distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Stratigraphy, it's part of geology, and I've had the pleasure in the past of actually doing training in stratigraphy to colleagues and friends in the industry, the oil industry in Nigeria, in both Lagos and Port Harcourt. It's a few years ago, so I'm very keen to go back to Nigeria when I'm able. So I have a small linkage there. On behalf, though, today, on behalf of the university and our president, Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, I'd like to welcome everybody virtually, for most of you, to the university and say a few words about how important this inauguration is for the university and something about our future plans. It's so appropriate that this branch of the society is being inaugurated in a university that was founded by forward-thinking pioneers of the first industrial revolution, as indeed, of course, was the city of Manchester. And engineering was, of course, central to this and all subsequent industrial revolutions. And what a fascinating time it is today in engineering, particularly at the interfaces with these other subjects like advanced materials and so on. So what a great profession for youngsters to be entering. So at Manchester, the University of Manchester, a cornerstone of our international strategy is partnerships. And no single country has a monopoly on talent, and it's only through global partnerships that we can address the major challenges to our planet and our societies. These partnerships are also essential in producing future generations of skilled global citizens capable of carrying forward our values and, we hope, ensuring world peace. So at the University of Manchester, for the next 10 years plus, we're going to put much more emphasis on partnerships across sub-Saharan Africa. And of course, Nigeria is hugely important to this strategy. At the moment, Nigeria supplies about 1,000 students per year to the Russell Group universities in the UK. And that's 1/3 of all African students into these universities. We're very proud of our record at Manchester. We're lying 4th in the UK in recruitment from across sub-Saharan Africa. We're actually top for undergraduates and 3rd for PhD students. And we're looking for further partnering. And I think in the post-COVID recovery, all universities are thinking about how we can use the technologies that we've been very quickly needing to embrace to have more innovation in the whole higher education sector. So I think we should all watch that space. But as well as students, we're looking to build partnerships in research around key global challenges. We're in discussions with ARUA, the African Research Universities Alliance. And I'd like to just mention one large, exciting project funded by the British government, actually, by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. And it did survive the recent cuts in our overseas aid budget. This is a large project being led by our Global Development Institute, but with many other partners in the UK and in Africa, and it's called African Cities. And it's a £32 million project studying 13 African cities, including Lagos, from the concept that a city is a system. So this holistic approach, which brings together engineers, social scientists, medics, lawyers, and others to reimagine our future cities. And that really goes to the heart of what we believe at the University of Manchester, and that is working across traditional academic boundaries, as promoted by the United Nations Sustainability Goals. And we were delighted and humbled, actually, to be ranked this year first in the world in a university league table on progress against the development goals. So I'd just like to end my welcome by confirming that this university is honoured and proud to host the UK's second branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. I'd like to thank Obuks Akilu and other colleagues for their work in delivering this event, and have a great meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Stephen Flint. You're very, very well appreciated. Thank you for that message. We have right now, this is a very tight event, so permit me if I move very, very quickly. We are really time pressed. We have, now I've just been told that we have in the audience right now, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, right? So I'm going to bring him on right away. Who's our special guest this morning? Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamoah. Here he has another event he has to shoot off to right away. So we are really privileged to have him here. He is the Honorable Minister of Water Resources. Sir, could we have your goodwill message this morning? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Good morning, all.
Good morning and welcome.
It's my pleasure to join you at this meeting. unfortunately, so many activities converging at the same time. As you would have noticed, I'm already in my car heading towards a major event. I'm glad to have been asked to join this meeting and to give you my goodwill message. I want to congratulate the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch, on this occasion. And I don't know, maybe it might be say a few words, because I just noticed that the last speaker was from University of Manchester, and two of my kids happen to have graduated from the university, a very important and famous university that I know, that we all know. So I think it's a privilege to be able to join and wish you well for this branch of the NSE that has been inaugurated today. And I hope that you will impart all your experiences with those of you in the diaspora to help improve the lives and the economy of this country in so many ways. Every country is proud of its citizens that are in the diaspora, and Nigeria cannot be an exception. So I congratulate you once again, and I hope that we'll continue to strengthen our relationship with you guys in the diaspora. I'm sure Mr. President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers will have a lot to say about that. Meanwhile, I say thank you and wish you successful deliberations this morning. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, we are privileged you took some time to join us this morning. Thank you so very much, sir, for your candid expression of your goodwill message. Thank you so much.
Don't stop at Honorable Minister. Say Galadima. Add Galadima to the name. Add Galadima. Add Galadima to the name. Don't just say Honorable Minister.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
And Galadima Kazori.
I haven't got that on my list, sir.
Galadima Kazore.
Okay, I can't pronounce what I haven't got. Can we move on, please, very quickly? Very quickly, please. Moving on, please. Right now, we are going to move on to the next speaker, who I noticed in the audience very early. He showed up on time, ready for his speech, and he is our guest speaker. He will be delivering the inauguration lecture this morning. Help me please welcome Engineer Professor Michael O. Faborode, FNSC, FA Engineers. He is the former Vice Chancellor of Bafemi Awolowo University in Osun State, Ile-Ife, and the immediate past Secretary General Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. All right, a truly illustrious gentleman. We are privileged to have him this morning. Please, let's give him a big welcome this morning, Professor Faborode. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, and good morning to everybody. I want to appreciate this event, which is very unique for us in Society of Engineers, and I'm glad to be part of it. Just to be sure that I'm being heard very well.
You are, sir.
Okay, so I'll go ahead.
Loud and clear.
I stand on all the protocols that have been so beautifully established by the moderator. I wish I can have the sort of voice as he has, but unfortunately, I'm not so privileged.
You have enough, sir. You have enough, sir.
But, I recognize, if it's with us now, the #1 Nigerian citizen in the UK, His Excellency, the High Commissioner, who used to be a minister for solid mineral resources, and I did interact with him at that time. The president of the Society of Engineers could not say much. He was on his way out of the airport, but I must recognize him as the #1 engineer in Nigeria today. And a lot of other very important guests who are here. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Manchester, represented by Professor Flint, who has been to Nigeria and is ready to come back again, and all the officials of the Manchester branch, today's celebrants. So let me start the lecture on a note of congratulations to the Manchester branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, which is being inaugurated today. As I understand, I'll share my screen later just to show some slides, but let me read this part of the address. I understand that this brings to 3 the number of diaspora branches of the NSE. So we must congratulate the NSE as well. And I commend the Pioneer branch chairman and his team, with them success in nurturing this great endeavor. This lecture commemorates the inauguration, hence my choice to address what this epoch event means to Nigeria and to Africa in general, and by some extension, Africa. Nigeria and Africa need all the help we can, more from ourselves, because of our challenges are more of self-affliction. Being at this derisive state of development is more of a curse in the face of generous endowments in human capital and resources. Today, we have more Nigerians and Africans, including highly well-educated and skilled professionals outside our shores than ever before. And this trend is accelerating. The phenomenon of brain drain can and should be exploited to maximum advantage. And I believe that this is one of the motivations for establishing this branch. Our focus is on harnessing the engineering potentials of the diaspora in helping to achieve the goals of the Africa we want, as enshrined in the African Agenda 2063. And I insist that we deserve a better Africa than we presently have. The potentials we seek to exploit are more ennobling beyond the prediction with only diaspora remittances, which is one of the tricky ways we look at things. And of course, this has soared in magnitude in recent times. We shall focus on knowledge, skills, and technology transfers, as well as joint business ventures and creative leverage of short and long-term returns and partnerships. Permit me to add a footnote before I proceed. My congratulatory euphoria to Manchester branch is not just symbolic, but more well-deserved, considering the tide against which they, and indeed the whole of the Nigerian diaspora, swim. The battered image, the flag, and identity of a people, so much tainted and maligned by the negative exuberances of the minority bad elements amongst us, the drug couriers, internet scammers, the Yahoo boys and girls, the hush puppies, the Uwanes, etc., etc. Yet you are here concerned with how to use your hard-earned professional capital endowments to shape the game for our country. Also, as the branch chairman has remarked in his welcome address, the events of the past few days in the new Islamic State of Afghanistan, not forgetting the devastation of Haiti, must set us really worried about the fate of Nigeria as a country. With the increasing tempo of agitations for secession, breakup, ethnic determination, or restructuring, can the nation survive? Even as the underlying conditions of youth repression, NSAS is still very fresh in our minds, gender abuse, naked communal terror and invasions, bandits, terrorists, farmer herders attacks, and mysterious ritual murders, all escalating with increasing ferocity. Yet, we are here gathered to think of a way to further exploit diaspora relevance. I commend your stoic determination, which in essence has encouraged me to take up this challenge of joining you today to lead this discussion. Of course, I do remember my times in Newcastle upon Tyne in the 80s. And my team then, Newcastle United. Sorry, not Manchester United, I must say. I hope we shall soon have the Jody, the Scottish and the Irish branches of the NSE soon. So that's just a preamble for me to take us to, I'll just share my screen now.
So just before you share your screen, we have a lady standing by to read your citation. You are that important to us that we have something prepared for you. So just give us 1 minute, sir. Thank you very much. Can I please now defer to Engineer Mrs. Margaret Oguntola, FNSC, who will be reading your citation. Thank you very much.
Wow, okay, thank you very much for that.
And she is royally robed this morning for this occasion, looking extremely beautiful in her outfit. Engineer Margaret Oguntola, so pleased to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I just felt that I should dress very Nigerian since we're talking about the Africa that we need. Mr. President, distinguished guests, it is my singular honor and privilege to read the citation of, in fact, a very short citation, abridged as it were, of Engineer Professor Michael Oladimeji Faborodi, Fellow the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow Academy of Engineers, Fellow Nigerian Institution of Agricultural Engineers. Michael Oladimeji Faborodi, a professor of agricultural and environmental engineering and registered professional engineer, was until recently the Secretary General of the Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, as well as of the Committee of Pro-Chancellors. Earlier, he served as a 5-year tenure. He served a 5-year tenure as Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, between the years 2006 and 2011. Before then, he was Dean of Engineering between the years 2002 and 2006, and Head of Department of Agricultural Engineering between 1996 and 2002. He was President of the West African Society of Agricultural Engineering between 2002 and 2004, former Vice President, Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, current, and a Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. He is a Fellow and member of Council of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Professor Faborodi received his BSc and MSc degrees at the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, and his PhD at the University of Newcastle upon Tyne, United Kingdom. A thoroughbred academic, he continued to lead a British DFID-funded research project and supervise PhD research students, even as Vice Chancellor. This commitment continues until now, when he is back to OAU Ife, teaching and mentoring first-year engineering students. His research interests include biomaterial properties and bioprocess engineering, technology policy, technology, gender and development, and currently higher education and development. In 2013, he was a resident scholar at the Rockefeller Foundation Study Center at Bellagio, Italy. He is widely published and widely traveled. Married to Dr. Mrs. Helen Folake Faborodi with 4 children, he currently serves on the Strategy Advisory Committee of the Nigerian Universities Commission. Earlier in 2020, he served as national expert for the UNIDO Nigerian Startups Center for Performance. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the delivery of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester Branch Inauguration Lecture titled Harnessing Diaspora engineering potential for the Africa we need and deserve. Engineer Michael Oladimeji Faborodi, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Academy of Engineering, fellow Nigerian Institute of Agricultural Engineers. Thank you.
All for just one man, all for just one man. How highly accomplished you are, sir. What a delight and privilege to have you here this morning, sir. Thank you again. Please continue with your lecture, sir.
Thank you very much. That almost swept me off my feet. It's an ambush, but I thank Engineer Mrs. Oguntala for reading that. Okay, so let me quickly go ahead. I'm just going to give a summary of what this paper entails, and I will invite people when it's available to read it in greater detail, because I think we should really celebrate the inauguration of the Manchester branch and set an agenda that will give us the sort of change that we want in Africa. I'm sure Nigerians understand when I say change that we want, not the change that was promised and not delivered. So, okay, so that's the title again, Harnessing Diaspora Engineering Potentials for the Africa We Want and Deserve. And the presentation, I'm going to talk about the African Agenda for Development between now and 2063. That's the Africa We Want, a very important document for us Africans. And then we try to link this with the Global Development Goals, the SDGs, which will be subsisting till 2030. And then how do we achieve the development that we want? I mean, through structural transformation and industrialization. And then what are the current things that we can build upon, the emerging Nigeria ecosystem and the global ranking of the system? So the youth are doing quite a lot and they need our support. And of course, how do we then mobilize the African professionals and diaspora? We give some examples of what has happened in other lands, and we emphasize that good governance is, at the end of the day, something that we cannot do without, and that we really have to work towards in Nigeria. So the Africa Agenda has 7 aspirations. I've just highlighted 2 of the aspirations, number 1 and number 6. Number 1 talks of a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. While 6 talks about an Africa whose development is people-driven, relying on the potentials of the African people, especially its women, youth, and also caring for children. I might just really say that these are very ennobling aspirations, and the 7 aspirations go with 20 goals. So the details of the goals. The first one is a prosperous Africa. I mean, under the prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth, there are about 7 goals. I will not go through the details one by one, but what is very crucial to me is also to link these goals with the Sustainable Development Goals, so that we can be able to know whether this is in tandem with the global thinking. You will recall that the SDGs came after the first attempt in 20,000 to provide a common basis for global development through the Millennium Development Goals, which lasted from 2000 to 2015. At that time, there were 8 goals. And by the assessment towards the end of the period, we find that Africa had not performed very well in attaining the targets set for the goals at that time. In fact, many African countries had worse scenarios. And so the world came again and decided to be more comprehensive in the goals that is now being specified, which are now called the Sustainable Development Goals. Before I talk more about the African Development Goal, I'll just quickly share the picture of the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them, and I will expect that we are very familiar with them. But for us, it is very crucial that as engineers, we must come to terms and be very familiar with these goals and how it relates to the practice of engineering, our functions. Because strictly speaking, engineering is life. There is no aspect of life that you don't have engineering coming into play. The first two goals, the first one addresses poverty. The second one addresses hunger as a means of achieving the first one. And for those two, the agricultural engineer, the mechanical engineer, the environmental engineer, the rural engineer, they are all very important. So the third one is about good health and well-being. Today's health system depends very seriously on bioengineering, nanotechnology, and so many other things. I expect that a lot of professionals will even know more about this than myself. So you look at 6, talking about clean water and sanitation. You look at 7, talking about affordable and clean energy systems. And of course, we have the energy transition now into more renewable systems. And that is a challenge that is also within the purview of engineers. 8 and 9, very, very crucial to engineering, because the challenge for Africa really is the youth bulge and getting employment for this youth. So decent work and economic growth is very important, as much as providing infrastructure through innovation and industrial development in 9. So when you go through everything up to the 16th, and then you come to the 17th one, which is talking about collaboration, working together as partners between engineers and other professionals. Indeed, between everybody that's between the North and South, South-South collaboration between African countries in the regional blocks and so on. So I think the agenda for development is well laid out. And what is interesting is that there is almost direct correspondence between the African agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals. Only 1 or 2 items that is talking about Pan-Africanism, talking about peace in Africa, are not directly related to the global goals. But that does not distract from the fact that they are also important and we must pursue it, because the present day Africa, when the goals were enacted, the plan was that within the first 10 years, the guns will have been removed from Africa. That is, there will have no conflicts any longer. I mean, today we are just a few years to the first 10th anniversary of the Africa agenda. We probably have more conflicts now than when it was enacted. So we have this serious challenge. And 13 is also very important about climate change. The recent report by the IPCC gives the world a very red signal about the state of the world. So all these are very important. And there are things that we as engineers need to be very concerned about. And I'm happy to inform the this august body, particularly the Manchester branch, that education is very key to meeting this challenge. There is a lot that higher education has to do, and this has been realized by higher education bodies. And every institution has been making attempts to mainstream the SDGs and the African agenda for us in Africa into our programs. And actually, the Times Higher Education now has a relevance assessment index that is based on the SDGs. And so institutions can be able to assess themselves on their contribution to the SDGs one by one. And I think if they're able to contribute to 11 of them, including the very key ones, then they can have the assessment on a global scale. Unfortunately, when this was done recently, we had only 3 or 4 Nigerian universities that subscribed, that participated, because institutions have to introduce, have to indicate interest before they can be assessed. It's like a self-assessment. You have to submit the activities, your programs, how you are taking care of the interests of the students, how you are relating to the immediate community, how you are relating to development challenges of the nation. And so this will make our institutions to be much more conscious of their obligations, their civic obligations to the society. So looking at the
Prof, we only have 2 minutes left. Sadly, it's a very ambitious program, but
yes,
only 10 minutes was yes.
Yeah.
Forgive me for interrupting, sir. Yes.
I would say 10 minutes is almost a cruel allotment. But what is most important is that this document will be available for people to see. The picture I'm showing is just to let us know the enormity of the challenge that confronts us. Here are 2 individuals, Mike Skabak and Shion Oshewa. About the same time, 2004, 2005, they dropped out of their institutions. Mark dropped out of his institution in the US, and Oshewa at OAU, to pursue their dreams of setting up online businesses. But when you contrast the 2 of them and you look at the challenges they face, you will not be surprised that today, Mike Skabak is a multi-billionaire, while Oshewa, well, is not complaining too much, but you cannot ascribe his success. In fact, I'll be surprised if 10% of the audience know who Shion Oshewa is as we speak, but we all know. And so it is the ecosystem, the environment that creates the difference. And you can see such a result for Stanford, where venture capitalists take up a lot of the things that come from the system. So there are a number of things that we should do, and these are discussed intensely in the lecture. And I think in pursuing the Africa agenda, I will just talk about, the outcomes are there, you see them. There are so many continental frameworks that have been set up to achieve this agenda. And I think it's also important that we must familiar with them and know the agencies that are all involved. There is the Continental African Agricultural Development Plan. There is the Science and Technology and Innovation Plan for Africa. And there is the BAIT, which has to do with African trade, but it has now been implemented in the framework of the AFTA, the African Free Trade, Continental Free Trade Zone, which has been successfully launched and which has a lot of prospects because of the way it has been conceived and is being managed. The management is under the purview of the African Afro-Asian Bank. The actual plan is being managed by, largely by the African Development Bank. And I think there are a number of interesting things that they are doing that we need to embrace. Now, I will not, but just show that there are a few good highlights of great points that we need to just realize. That's the emergence of technological hubs in Nigeria under the leadership of the co-creation in Yaba. And you can see the area picture there of the Yaba ecosystem, hemmed between University of Lagos, Technical College Akoka, and Yaba College of Technology. I mean, we should take interest in what is going on there. And our policy should focus on how to help these young men and women who are, I mean, doing great things with their knowledge. And I've shown, I mean, these are the list of hubs in Southwest. These are the lists in, and then you can see some of the young men who left the university and have been able to work together. There's Joberman, there's Printivo, there's Shopify, there's Cash Envoy, there's Toilets, who are into estate and so on. So must we allow the effort of these young men to just go into waste? The policy of the government is not encouraging these people. And I think there is need to pay attention. The Society of Engineers, the Academy of Engineering must be more proactive in ensuring that we hold the government to account and they do what is needful. And that is how our colleagues in the diaspora can be able to find spaces to come and help in contribution. We must develop these young talents. We must ensure that we help them to survive, and they hold the future for Nigeria rather than them being despised. I just go, I wanted to show the hubs that we have in, I just show a few things because I must not, without talking about this point, because it is very important. Nigeria has had a success in Nollywood, and this should not be considered as trivial. It has made significant. So why can't we borrow what has triggered the success in Nollywood and bring it to the field of the knowledge system, science, technology, and innovation, and use that to accentuate what these young men and women are currently doing? And that is my charge, that African science and innovation must emulate these developments in the Nollywood and African music and fashion industry, because there's no time for me to give illustrations, but this is a significant transformation that is happening, and we must not allow it to go without escalating into other areas of the system.
Very clear.
At IFE, we are trying to build an ecosystem that we encourage the use by setting up an incubation center. I just show some of the things that the young men and women are doing. In 2019, 6 of them came out with innovative products, and they are spin-off companies that are within the system. And you can see the young men happy to realize their dreams. And so these people, they need to be encouraged more. These are some of the products that they are making right here in IFE. And I think that we need to encourage and promote this. So,
thank you.
Well, for 10 minutes, that is my my presentation. But I must say I'm very glad that the Manchester branch is coming on stream, and that the diaspora are generally thinking, just like typical Nigerians, of home, what can we do to change the situation back home in Nigeria? And in this effort, we must work together, we must collaborate, both our colleagues in the diaspora and those of us who are still in this, let me say, wonderland, and trying to absorb all the shocks and all the realities of our current situation. Thank you very much.
Prof, it's a shame. Yeah, I mean, I can see what you prepared, how exciting, how interesting it absolutely is. But we gave you 22 minutes instead of 10. You had 22 minutes, but you could see it didn't do justice to it. We still needed time to hear you. But we are so grateful, sir. So very grateful for such an informative delivery. We look forward to more from you, sir. God bless you and keep you. Thank you very much. Please, let's give a big hand to our eminent professor, please. Big hand, Professor Michael Faborode. Big hand to him, please. Big hand. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Moving swiftly on to our, can you please mute everybody? Thank you so much. Thank you. Just moving on swiftly to our next presentation. We have a presentation from Momas Electricity Meters Manufacturing Company Limited, MEMCOR. And we have the chairman present here with us, Engineer Kola Balogun. Please, sir, over to you. Big hand, please, for Engineer Kola Balogun.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the wonderful, noble profession of the world. My name is Engineer Kola Balogun. I'm the Chairman, Chief Executive of Momas Electricity Meter Manufacturing, the first prepayment meter manufacturing in Nigeria. I'm highly elated for me to be part of this noble profession, and I do appreciate the chairman's comment and the last presenter, the professor, of how he was able to challenge us that we need to come back home and see how we can reenact what is befalling our nation as a Black nation, as the most popular Black nation in the world that has so much to offer to the world, but nothing to show for it for the time being. On this note, I'm presenting a paper on substation enhancement. I hope I can be heard.
This is a problem with live recording, live presentation. Please, just give us a second, sir. Yes, thank you.
So can I go ahead?
Please mute everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then we can unmute Engineer Kola Balogun again. Yes, sir.
So the idea behind the substation enhancement is to address the infrastructural deficit on the power sector value chain. That is essentially the substation. If you look at the federal government effort in the recent time that they are trying to intervene on metering, that every household must be metered. And the question I asked during our conversation, does that solve the problem of 24/7 electricity in each of the households across the country? The answer is obviously no, because having meter in each of the premises has not addressed the deficit, and it has not guaranteed us 24/7 power in the house. What do we need to do to address this deficiency? I look at the various acts or regulation that is supervising the power industry. We have two frameworks. We have the metering code that addresses all the technical and the compliances on installation of meters. Then we have the distribution code that mandated the distribution company across the country. We have 11 distribution companies across the country, and none of them can chest that they can provide 27 power to the premises of the consumer today because of the deficit on the infrastructure. Now, what the distribution code says is that each of the DISCO or the distribution company should ensure that there is an available technology device within the substation that will allow you to have efficient delivery of power to the consumer premises. Do we have such in place? Because most of our substations today are driven by what they call fuse. That is, we have a feeder pillar, we have a transformer, we have RMU, we have all these things, but the interface between each of the transformer to each of the residents are driven by fuse. The fuse control the feeder pillar. And once the fuse is broken today, nobody respects the integrity of the fuse. They rather provide a wire or something to bridge the circuit, and before you know, we start having what we know as technical losses or heating element and so on and so forth. And that led to power wastage. So I look at what the distribution code says about compliance to ensure that they enhance the substation to a standard where it can be controlled, it can be monitored, it can have a compensating factors which allow you to manage your power factor. These are things I put together to now build a panel. This panel, I call it power enhancement panel. And what it consists is that it now has a breaker. Rather than for us to have a fuse, it consists of breaker and a capacitor banks. And these are things that will actually enhance the future of the substation, because the only interface consumer has with the DISCO is a distribution substation. That is, it's a transformer. And if you don't guarantee that area substation, from this slide, you can see how a typical Nigerian substation should look like. It looks appalling. How do we represent this kind of substation as Nigerian substation in the eyes of the whole world? There was a situation whereby one of my technical partner came from Switzerland, and he saw this kind of substation. He was actually walking into the substation. I told him that there's life. He said, no, this cannot be working. I said, it's working, there's life there. Go there.
Yes, so what?
NIN is working now. You can buy your
These are things that is mind-boggling that led to my creation of this substation enhancement concept. That I now built this panel that I have to run a pilot across the country to address all the flaws on the substation, such that, first of all, let us reappraise the entire substation. Let us check the acting. Let us check the pleat position. Let us represent the entire substation to look more presentable to every blind person that will see a substation and he will appreciate. And this is exactly the constituent of the panel. So I improvise the breaker, provide capacitor bank, and I even provide the switching mechanism that will allow you to be able to switch, should in case there is no power on the grid, we'll be able to switch to alternative supply. These are things that we have improvised into the substation, and you can see the sample I did in Abuja. I did sample in Abuja, Kaduna, Eko, as my own contribution to the entire enhancement of substation, so that the DISCO can actually adopt it. And the driving spirit is on the premises of the fact that I've pioneered so many things in the country today. The prepaid meter you are enjoying today in the country is my own idea that I drove it 25, 30 years ago to ensure that, yes, the inefficiency in the revenue collection was addressed at that point in time, because the only meter that exists at that point in time was the electromechanical. I fought it through to ensure the prepayment becomes an household name today. And that same energy is what is bringing me up. You can see in some of the substations, they put meter. That's a DT meter. They called it a distribution transformer meter. I started it 12 years ago. That is the only way we can account for energy from the substation angle. And if we can enhance, we can meter our substation from the substation angle, it means every business manager will be able to account for energy delivered from the substation, irrespective of the disparity in the tariff structure. At least averagely, we should be able to account for energy, because one of those things that is causing the setback in accounting for the upstream of energy delivered to the downstream is because revenues are not collected and they are not accounted sufficiently, because there are no proper mechanisms to measure the efficiency of those electricity delivered. And that's why I introduced that DT meter 12 years ago. But everywhere today they are installing D meter, but we are not installing it right, because the primary source of that concept was not contacted. And those are the issues of implementation with all the beautiful ideas we have in the country today. And that's why the body of engineers has a lot of responsibility to carry out to ensure that, yes, sanity is put among the member, the policy makers, so that we can align all those, the disparity in executing policies, because there are no synergy built among all the players in the industry. Within one single ministry, you see a lot of agencies doing their own in their own way. Those are the issues that we need to address. And as a body of engineers, both local and foreign, we need to always make our position felt that this is not normal, and this is what we need to do to strengthen all the anomalies we have in the sector, so that our country will be a proud country. Because if you look at this substation I've put up today, we can have 24/7 power on that substation, because that gives you another opportunity to add alternative supply. So if there is no power on the grid, if your household, the roof of your house are installed with solar panel, you can retrofit, you can cascade or bridge all those power together and power it and pass it through the substation. The entire place will be lighted. It's just that the load will have to be
just to interrupt, that you have 2 minutes left, sir, please. 2 minutes. Thank you.
Load, yes, the load, each of the house has to be readjusted, and that's why we equally go further to redesign a meter that is called dual tariff meter. This dual tariff meter has the capability to change whenever you change source, so that you can charge different tariff and you can limit your load. These are things we need to enhance, and that's why I appreciated what Professor has submitted about the development of the youth. In my facility, we can collaborate. Such development can collaborate with the industry, such that we can make our case known to the whole world or to the player of the industry. Whatever we develop, they should be able to consume it. Because if you put in a lot of energy from the research angle and nobody is consuming it, it becomes a futile effort. And that's the synergy we need to build within the industry and within every stakeholder that is required for us to make Nigeria a better place to be. And I want to appreciate what the Nigerian Society of Engineers is doing, both local and Manchester and all over the world, to ensure that we reposition ourselves for a better feasibility, because it's very important, but we need to fight it to the end. We don't just have to say from the screen or from the paper level, we need to fight it to ensure that we have a voice at the implementation. And whatever issue we are facing as a challenges, we should be able to come together and see that, yes, Nigerian engineer has the capability to address all the anomalies, and Nigeria will be a better place tomorrow. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Truly excellent morning. Excellent morning. Tremendous content, extremely enjoyable. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very, very much. Moving on, please, can somebody check to see if the High Commission is represented here at all? Is anybody saying Dr. Heen? Is Dr. Heen in the audience, please? Anybody seen him so far? Please let me know if you spot anyone representing the High Commissioner in the audience.
Dr. Heen isn't here yet.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we are going to move on now to goodwill messages. We have high-level individuals who would like to give their goodwill message to this. Engineer Akilu, are you the one handling this whole thing? Forgive me, for you and Engineer Patrick, right?
Yes, Dr.
Okay, and there's a lot of work for you guys, but sorry for troubling you so much. We just have to keep muting and unmuting, but that's how we roll. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on now to goodwill messages, and each of our speakers have 2 minutes each. I would also like to announce that this is a highly subscribed session. We have at the moment 146 people who have tuned in. Professor Faborode, just to let you know, it's a very highly subscribed session. They are all tuning in. That's how much they're enjoying this session so far. Thank you all for coming. The first individual, please, I'd like to announce is Engineer Ademola Olorunfemi, FNSC, FNIM, who is the branch patron and president, Nigerian Society of Engineers. If you are in the audience, please, would like to have your goodwill message. Let's welcome him, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, MC. It's a pleasure for me being here. Let me also announce that just like the Honorable Minister, I am in the car, parked outside the church in Ado-Ekiti, instead of being in the church, because I must also be here. It's a great pleasure for me indeed to be part of this, and I'm honored by that big, huge title, patron. It's a great pleasure for me. I congratulate Motada branch. I'd like to thank Obooks and all my sisters and brothers for the energy they put in. We all worked very hard to record several firsts. Motada branch happens to be the first branch to be admitted into NSE, all by virtual engagement. And Motada branch has changed the narrative, had 17 technical sections, powerful one by distinguished speakers in less than 1 year. And every branch of NSE has woken up to that. It's a great pleasure for me indeed to be part of the Genesis up to today. I am honored. I am positive that we have not seen anything yet about Motada branch. Again, let me also say that this is the first virtual inauguration in NSE out of 80 branches. And what we're seeing is a revolution. Thank Motada branch for this opportunity to be part of this great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to also thank you for your commitment, unwavering commitment. Also the steering committee, I saw you showing up, giving advice, counsel, driving it forward. Your heart is truly in this, sir. We really want to recognize you this morning and say big thank you, sir. Big thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you very much.
The next gentleman, please, is Engineer Ali Rabiu, who is the President Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren. He's also FNSC, FASCE. Please, let's welcome him this morning, Engineer Ali Rabiu. Please, big welcome, please. Big welcome.
Baba?
If anybody spotted him, if not, we can come back to him later. He's not here yet. I'm scanning fast, but I can't see. If you can see.
I can't see him online at the moment, sir.
Okay, we'll just move on real quick. Is Dr. Nike Falayon here, MBE, who is the Chair Association for Black and Minority Ethnic Engineers in the UK. Dr. Nike Falayon. There you are. I see you, MBE. You are welcome this morning.
Thank you. I'm suitably dressed for the occasion, I hope, as well. So I'm absolutely delighted, and thank you for this immense opportunity to actually deliver this message. So I'm delivering this message on behalf of AFB UK, and I wish to congratulate the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester on this inauguration. We heard about this launch from a member of AFB UK, Dr. Ibidoyin, who is based in Manchester and is an active member of our organisation as well. AFB exists to display the vast array of engineering talent amongst Black and ethnic minority people in the UK. And it also, by definition, has a large membership of African extraction. So we're really delighted to be part of this launch. And we believe that the future of Nigeria really lies in the ability to harness the potential and breadth of experience of its diaspora, especially in cities with rich engineering heritage such as Manchester. So thank you for this opportunity, and we look forward to possible collaborations with NSE in future. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's Dr. Nike Falayon. Moving on quickly, please. The next lady is Engineer Mrs. Fumilola Ojilade. I know I saw her earlier on. FNSE. She is the president of APWEN, the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Let's give her a big hand, please, this morning. Get her goodwill message.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and I appreciate everyone who is here. I'd like to stand on existing protocols. I want to congratulate the NSE for being able to start the Manchester branch of NSE, and I also congratulate every member here, especially the chairman. I don't know him personally, but when I sent the flyer to someone to join me on this meeting, the person's comment was, "Oh, books is a smart man." So I want to believe that the NSE Manchester is in good hands and they're going to do very well. The association that I preside over, which is the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, is the umbrella body of all female engineers in Nigeria. So anyone who is a female engineer in the NSE Manchester branch, we expect that that person will also be a member of APWEN. And what is interesting about APWEN is that we are not just an organization of professionals. You know, one of the great things we do is that we are trying to increase the number of girls that are practicing engineering. So we keep having these programs to inspire the girl child to study engineering and to also inspire the young engineer to practice the profession. In the past 3 days, we had an event for schoolgirls in Lagos, about 100 of them. It was a boot camp. So these are things we do and which I expect that anyone who is a member of APWEN, even in the London, Manchester branch, will be able to replicate the same in Manchester branch and make it a very great branch. Thank you very much for having me. It is a pleasure indeed.
Beautifully spoken. Engineer Mrs. Fumilola Ojilade, FNSE. Thank you so much for your goodwill message. Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker, if she's here, is the dynamic member of parliament who's a special guest, Chi Omura. She represents Newcastle Central as Shadow Minister for Digital Science and Technology. Not sure if she's here, but if she's here, would love to hear from her.
Yeah, we've got a pre-recorded video that I'll share in a.
Okay, thank you. Just give us a quick moment. Here we are. Okay.
Good morning to all the many distinguished engineers who are in the room, and I wish I could have joined you myself, but I did want to give a warm message of welcome to the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester branch. Having worked as a chartered electrical engineer myself, both in Nigeria and in the UK, I know just how important the contribution engineers make to both those countries, and I wish you every success in everything you do, and in particularly in attracting more young people and particularly women to the great profession of engineering. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A dynamic lady. Moving on, please, to the next speaker. We have Professor Alice Lacking, who's also a special guest. She is Professor of Climate Science and Energy Policy, Head of School of Engineering, and also Vice Dean. I don't have the name of the university she represents, maybe Manchester, so I'm not sure. But please, let's give a big welcome to Professor Alice Lacking, if she's here.
So again, it's a pre-recorded video, and she's she's from the University of Manchester as well. Yeah.
Okay, a good guess.
So I'm going to share now. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Hello. Many thanks for the kind invitation to say a few words at your inauguration of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester branch. My name is Alice Larkin. I'm a Professor of Climate Science and Energy Policy here at the University of Manchester, and also Vice Dean and Head of School of Engineering. I understand that your guests today include the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagam Mohammed, Suleiman Hussein Adamu, the Honourable Minister of Water Resources in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and other honoured and distinguished guests, as well as many distinguished engineers from around the globe, all here today to celebrate, and I'm only sorry that I can't be with you in person. This inaugural celebration is very timely in our world of engineering, and particularly at the University of Manchester. Over the past 2 years, we have created a new diverse School of Engineering by bringing together our departments of computer science, chemical engineering and analytical sciences, electrical and electronic engineering, and last but not least, the department I've spent nearly 18 years in, mechanical, aerospace, and civil engineering. This bringing together of the varied disciplines and our diverse body of staff and students is significant in that first, it allows us to build on our amazing heritage. This started with the Institute of Mechanics here in Manchester in 1824, followed by the formation of the university in 1851, and leading to Manchester becoming the birthplace of the engineering discipline. Mechanical engineering is still a strength in our school, but there are many other examples too of our heritage, including being the place that created the first electronic stored programmable computer that led to what we now understand as artificial intelligence, and where chemical engineering first emerged as a separate endeavour. With engineering comes development and advancement, and with it during the 1800s came the excitement of the Industrial Revolution. Manchester can thus reasonably claim to be the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, which we now know that this also initiated one of today's biggest global challenges, that of climate change. So it is particularly fitting that our school here in Manchester is tackling climate change through major projects in engineering. But this is also why your celebration today is so important. We are lucky here in Manchester to train future engineers from 150 countries from around the world, and your society is testament to that diversity. With diversity comes creativity and innovation, and it is my strong belief that that is only by embracing and celebrating the breadth of expertise, experiences, cultures, and skills of our students and staff that we will be equipped to deliver solutions to the plethora of global grand challenges that are captured by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Demonstrating our commitment in this realm, our university recently achieved a global ranking of first position for impact on action taken to address the Sustainable Development Goals. But now is not the time for complacency. We must continue to reach out and include as wide a variety of voices as we can, developing and nurturing engineering creativity that can benefit nations around the world, and particularly to continue to play Manchester's part in tackling global inequality and sustainable development. There has never been a more important time for engineering, and it is crucial that we channel that to support and build a more equal society. So our school can also help our engineers seek deep connections across other disciplines towards creating truly sustainable societal solutions. We have an opportunity that is second to none to challenge the disciplinary boundaries, embrace diversity, and inspire the engineers of tomorrow to lead the way. I hope that our new school will provide an important connection point for your new society in support of your focus on being a conduit for knowledge transfer and innovative practices, the kinds of innovation much needed with the global challenges we all face today. Thank you.
Thank you very much from Professor Alice Larkin. Moving on, please, real quick. We have other special guests. We got another few minutes to hear from some of them, beginning with Professor David Edwards, who's a special guest. and he is Professor of Plant and Machinery Management, Birmingham City University. So if you're in the audience, please, there he is. Awesome. Good to see you, Prof. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Exemplary chairing today and much appreciated. And thank you to all the distinguished engineers for inviting me here today to this inaugural ceremony. I'm astonished and humbled to be here today with one of the world's leading bodies, the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester branch, as a man from the Black Country, where the Industrial Revolution first started and the world's first steel bridge was built back in Telford, 1779. To be present today is very special to me. I firmly believe that when you're passionate and believe in education and science, that a job feels more like a vacation, and indeed you flourish under that philosophy. I'm indebted to all the fabulously talented people I've had the pleasure to work with and continue to work with since my career began 34 years ago, 10 years in industry and 25 in academia. And in particular, I'd just like to extend a special thank you to all the young African researchers I continue to collaborate with, some of whom have grown from junior researchers to professors in their own right today. Just as a word of warning, as a young man, I made the mistake, a very foolish mistake, to think in terms of numbers and metrics, the number of papers, grants, citations, all of those things that young people aspire to. But today I realized the importance of people and the investment in human talent. Everything else flows really from the people you nurture. And Africa, and in particular Nigeria, produces some of the brightest talent, and the country is in a superb position to continue to build upon this intellectual capacity. So I'd just like to thank everyone, as I say, for inviting me here today. I'd like to thank you all in this society. And, I would like to say that Africa has adopted a new son in myself. So God bless you all, and hope I get to Nigeria one day to come and meet you all in person. Thank you, Charles. Thank you all.
Now, the question, Prof, is have you tried the jollof rice or have you tried the pounded yam? If you want to be adopted, you have to try these. Have you done that yet, sir?
I've been to Ghana about 10 times, and I cook my own jollof rice, and I have also tried banku and a few other local West African dishes.
Say no more, sir. Say no more. You're welcome. You're adopted.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, Charles, if you don't mind, current president is here now.
Who's there, sir?
Current president, Engineer A. Rabiu.
All right. Okay. Very, very good. Okay. Thank you. So, Engineer Ali A. Rabiu, President Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren. It's a delight to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you.
You can go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I want to... Well, let me first apologize for joining a bit late. I actually had other assignments for Koren, which I had to attend to. And I want to thank Engineer Olorunfemi for drawing my attention to the fact that my attention was needed here. Let me congratulate members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch, on this auspicious inauguration. Koren, as a regulator of engineering, is working in Nigeria assiduously towards internationalizing our qualifications. And one of the things that we're trying to do is to join the International Engineering Alliance as members signatories of the Washington Accord for a start. And I believe that the Manchester branch of the NSE would serve as, partners and collaborators in our quest to join in the International Engineering Alliance. It's my pleasure to be here, and I want to assure the leadership of the Manchester branch of the NSE that Korean is willing, to partner with them in ensuring that we build engineering practice or improve on the engineering practice in our country, Nigeria. Congratulations, and may the Almighty God make the branch blossom. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Thank you, sir. Really grateful for your attendance, really grateful. Engineer Ali Rabiu, President for Koren. Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, please. I guess the next we have on the list, let's hear, please, from Professor, before that is Mr. Ayo Akinfe in the audience. He is the newly elected chairman of the Central Association of All Nigerians in the UK, CANUC. Is Ayo in the audience? Mr. Ayo Akinfe. Has anybody seen Ayo?
He is not yet here, sir. We can move to Professor Erin Mabel.
Okay. Professor Erin Mabel, MBE, Queen's Deputy Lieutenant for Greater Manchester. It's a delight to have you here, sir. Please, let's hear your goodwill message. Thank you.
Okay. Greetings. First of all, I'm a madam, not a sir.
Oh, Erin, beg your pardon, man. I can see your beautiful face. Forgive me.
Okay.
Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Distinguished guests, good morning to all of you, ministers and honorables, and obviously our distinguished engineers. Thank you for inviting me to give a short goodwill message to the inauguration of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Manchester branch, NSE UK. I'm a Mancunian, born and bred, but I'm also a very proud Nigerian. I describe myself, I'm a Nigerian born in Manchester, born in the UK.
Awesome.
It is really good that you've come here to set this up in Manchester. My work, I'm a community activist, and all my work is about the social science of bringing people together, creating community cohesion, and also mainly around peace and conflict resolution. I heard earlier when there was a presentation about the Sustainable Development Goals. I think number 16, peace and justice, is highly important. If we're going to encourage our youngsters, especially those within the diaspora, and I have some sat here today with me this morning actually listening, if we're going to encourage them to come home, what is truly their home, we have to make sure there is peace in our home so that they feel safe and comfortable to be able to come home and bring that knowledge back home. So I'm so happy that we've set this up in Manchester. I do have links to Manchester University. I sit on one of their councils. So I too will be ensuring and making sure that we're reaching out to the community, reaching out to our young people and encouraging our young men as well as, and more importantly, our young women to take up this very noble and very much needed area of science, engineering. It is something that is needed in all the facets of our lives. So we have to make sure that we encourage our young people, because by 2063, many of us who are here will not be here. So we elders have to make sure that we are supporting our young people, pushing them forward, making sure they're using that knowledge to be able to transform not only Nigeria, but Africa into 2063. The 2063 that we dream of, we should be able to enable them to make that a reality. So that's all I'd like to say, please. Thank you very much and well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Professor Erin Mabel, Queen's Deputy Lieutenant for Greater Manchester. Thanks for that goodwill message, man. You're welcome. Much appreciated. Moving on to another special guest, please. Let's invite Professor Charles Igbo, who is the Vice Chancellor of Leeds Trinity University, UK. Professor Charles Igbo, are you in the audience? Let's hear from you, sir. Anybody spots the prof? If not, we move to our next special guest.
I think we need to move for now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's also move now, please, to Engineer Professor Jeremiah Oludele Ojediran, MNSE, VC Bells University of Technology, Ota, all the way in Nigeria. Big hand, please, to the engineer and Professor Ojediran. Big hand.
I still can't see him as well.
Okay, that's by the way, when you see me go back and pronounce the all the prefixes and all the titles, I have learned for 19 years doing this around the world that they have my head on the platter if I miss out a qualification. In England, I'm much more relaxed, but not in Nigeria. They don't forgive that. Forgive me for doing that. All right, moving on real quick to the NSE London Chair, Nigerian Society of Engineers London Chair, Engineer Theo Odunlami. Are you here, sir? Unmute yourself, please.
Still can't see him as well.
Okay, no problem. We can go back to them later on. And then the next special guest is Engineer Dapo Sunu, MNSC President, EFN UK, Engineering Forum of Nigerians, UK. Engineer Dapo Sunu, are you here?
Oh. Okay, let's move on.
I see him online as well.
Can you see him online now?
No, not at the moment.
Yeah, I'm scanning too. Okay, so a lot of wonderful people, 148 people right now tuned in. Okay, let's see if our old friend is also here. Mr. David Smith, who is another adopted Nigerian, who is the chair of British African Business Alliance, BABA. Are you here, David?
No, he's not as well.
Okay. Okay. So what I'd like to do at this point is to announce that the formal inauguration, if you remember, that it was actually declared open from the airport by Engineer Babangana Mohammed, who is the national president, Nigerian Society of Engineers. At this point, he would have been inaugurating formally this event, but he has done that from the airport, and he's promised to join us later on. So let's move on now. And what I'd like to do is to hand over at this point to Engineer Dr. Obuks Eyonwonu, who is the Manchester branch chairman, the chairman of the newly inaugurated Manchester branch. So he has some work to do now. Engineer Dr. Obuks, where are you, sir? Over to you. You have some great work to do now.
Thank you very much, Chaskiran. And I hope I haven't missed any of your qualifications.
You haven't, sir.
I think at this point, can I please have Akilo or Patrick put up the oaths so we can invite members and do the induction, I believe. Thank you very much. The Nigerian Society of Engineers Corporate Membership Induction Oath. Dear friend and new corporate members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, please listen attentively and answer appropriately. 1, have you come here today for this induction ceremony on your own free will and accord?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
So do.
2, are you willing and ready to be administered with the oath of induction of the society and be formally admitted as corporate member?
Yes, I'm willing and ready.
Do you, having become a corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, solely swear that you will defend and uphold at all times the memorandum and article of association of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and all matters dealt with by her in accordance with the provision of the said memorandum and article of association of the society?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to undertake and promote the objects of the society at all times?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to conduct yourself always on all engineering matters in accordance with society and lay down codes of ethics and conduct?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you promise to look after the interests and welfare of your fellow engineers and members of society?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Do you promise not to query or take legal embarrassing action against the society in any action the society may deem necessary against you?
I promise.
I promise.
I promise.
Last but not the least, do you promise to meet all your obligations to the society and serve selflessly to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. Can you please give them a warm welcome? Round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Charles Kieran, I believe my work is done for now, and I would like to please invite you to take over, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I believe I just, well, can I just extend a huge congratulations to all the newly inducted members of this great association. Congratulations, please. Congratulations. I also just spotted Ayo Akinfe just now. Ayo, please unmute yourself. You've been announced before. Ayo Akinfe is the chairman of the Central Association of Nigerians in the United Kingdom. And I was looking for your suit and tie, Ayo, and your shirt and tie. I can't see it. Right? Okay. Your new office. Anyway, another conversation. Help me welcome this morning a mental heavyweight, Ayo Akinfe, an old friend of mine. Now let's give him a big hand this morning for his message. Big hand this morning.
Thank you very much for that welcome, Charles. First of all, can I apologize for coming late? It has been a very, very manic morning. I haven't even had the time to put my suit on. As you all know, we have this passport problem. The High Commissioner has just resumed office yesterday. So he and I were in a meeting this morning. And then later today, we have another meeting with regards to the A-level results that have just come out. So that I've also been speaking to two leading academics about that because we've got a lot of problems in our community and we want to resolve the issue of our kids not getting university places. So yes, it's very unlike me to arrive to meetings late, but unfortunately, there was nothing I could do about it. Enough of the excuses. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, I'm very, very aware of the good work you've been doing in our community. You've been a very, very strong member of KANUK. You've always been passionate about what we've done. Indeed, my predecessor was one of your members. In every expo, you've always produced officials. And then we are very, very happy to have you on board. I'm very honored and delighted to be here. And going forward, we're looking to working with you in a whole host of other areas. I mean, engineering is not, it's not just any profession, it's the backbone of industrialization. So Nigeria as a nation, if we want to get off our knees, we simply have to manufacture a lot more and produce a lot more. And we can only do that with engineers. So the Nigerian Society of Engineers, you are key and central to the socio-economic development of Nigeria. So we at Kano will be reaching out to you a lot more. We'll be demanding answers from you on a lot more issues, because one of the matters we're discussing with the Nigerian Diaspora Commission at the moment is stepping up the contribution of diasporans in the UK to the development of Nigeria. So we need doctors, nurses, teachers, accountants, you name it, who can go back, take the expertise to help develop the nation. So you engineers are key. If we want to stop living in darkness in Nigeria, I'm sure you guys know you are the ones to provide us with power. You know, if you go to Patrick Obido's village, there's probably no electricity. So that shouldn't be the case. We shall be talking to you guys in the coming months and weeks to see how we can work together. So I won't take too much of your time. I know you've got a very hectic program and a busy schedule. So all I would say is thank you for inviting me. It's been an honor and a privilege. We look forward to working with you, and be rest assured, whenever you need anything, if you come to Kano, we will honor your request immediately, because you're a very much and well-loved member of the Kano family. Thank you very much.
Ayo Akinfe himself, chairman of Kano. Thank you so much for that delivery and for your great work. Okay, great work. Thank you so much. At this point, I'd like to say that we have some special awards which will be presented to students and distinguished members. And I believe Engineer Akilo has some slides for me, a holding slide.
Yep, they will
then
come
I'll
up
just
now.
then I'll read out the names of these worthy recipients.
Yep, just
Thank
a
you.
second. Yeah, that's
okay.
So we're starting with the excellence award of excellence. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So the first is the Award of Excellence, and this is presented to the University of Manchester Ingenuity Champions 2021. And I believe we have Yishi Zhen, and Jiawe Guo, Human Son, and Shubayo Zin. I hope those names were pronounced correctly. They will be receiving the first Award of Excellence. So let's give them a big hand, please. Big hand. Okay, the next award also of excellence is presented to Pan Li Jun for being a contribution or for contributing to engineering community of practice, for his contribution to engineering community of practice. All right, congratulations, Pan Li Jun. Okay, next award, please. Also, Award of Excellence presented to Kathy Victoria Andrew, also for contribution to engineering community of practice. Congratulations. Next award goes to Ferdinand Okaigwe for also contribution to engineering community of practice. Congratulations, Ferdinand. Okay, the next award of excellence equally goes to Olusegun Isaiah Popola, also for contribution to engineering community of practice. Congratulations. Next goes to Professor David Edwards, also for contribution to professional development in Africa, Award of Excellence. Congratulations, Professor.
So that's it for the first category.
Okay. So those are the awards for excellence. The next category, because we've got just a little bit of time, so we can do that as well. This time around, appreciation certificate or certificate of appreciation. And the first one is presented to Dr. Abiodun Abioye, all right, who was a guest lecturer during the technical session 1st of May last year, 2020. Let's please give a big hand to Dr. Abiodun Abioye. Appreciate it, sir. The next is to Professor Bamidele Adebisi, also for being a guest lecturer during the technical session last year, May. Thank you very much. Also, a certificate of appreciation from the Nigerian Society of Engineers to Dr. Mohammed Ngala for delivering, being a guest lecturer during the technical session last year. You're hereby appreciated, sir. Thank you. And also continuing with the certificate of appreciation, this time to Professor David Edwards, who was also a guest lecturer last year, July 2020. Thank you, sir. The next is Engineer Dr. David Oloke, for also being a guest lecturer during the technical session, July 2020 last year. Congratulations, sir. Next, of course, is Professor Ola Ujuku, certificate of appreciation for being a guest lecturer during the technical session in August of last year, 2020. Congratulations, sir. Next certificate of appreciation is presented to Engineer Kola Balogun, MNSE, for being a guest lecturer during the technical sessions last year, 29 September 2020. Congratulations, sir. Still on appreciation, this certificate is for Mr. Gunter Schindler, being a guest lecturer during the technical session 30th of October 2020. Congratulations, sir. Next certificate goes to Dr. Nabila Ahmed Rufai, SMIEEE, for being a guest lecturer during the technical session during that 27th November 2020. Congratulations, ma'am. The next, also still on appreciation, is a certificate presented to Dr. Abdullahi Abubakar Masoud, MNSE, for being a guest lecturer during the technical session of 26th February 2021. Congratulations, sir. Next certificate goes to Engineer Dr. Akilu Yunusa Kaltungo. In fact, you need two for the great work you are doing today, Engineer Dr. Kaltungo, MNSE, for being a guest lecturer during the technical session of 26 March 2021, and for helping us with our technical issues today. Double congratulations, sir. The next certificate of appreciation goes to Engineer Olarenwaju Aluko, MNSC, being a guest lecturer during the technical session of 30th of April 2021. Congratulations. Next is a certificate of appreciation also to Engineer Mrs. Margaret Oguntala, FNSC, for being a guest lecturer during the technical session of 28th May 2021. Congratulations, ma'am. Next, and thank you for the amazing citation you delivered, and thank you for being an overall great lady. Congratulations, ma'am. The next certificate goes to Engineer Professor Muhammad Dauda, MNSE, for being a guest lecturer during the technical session, 25th June 2021. Congratulations again. Also still on appreciation, the next goes to Dr. Mustafa Nabawi for being a guest lecturer during the technical session of 30th of July, 2021. Congratulations, Doctor.
That was the last in this category.
Okay. We have a little bit of time still. Please, let's move to the next category. Thank you very much. A lot of appreciation, a lot of people we are grateful to for their contribution to this illustrious body. Back to Award of Excellence. This time we are beginning with Engineer Patrick Obidoyin. Truly amazing guy with a spirit of excellence. Let's give him a double congratulations for this Award of Excellence. Congratulations, Patrick. MNSE, let's not forget that part. Okay. The next one, please. Award of Excellence goes to Engineer Dr. Irene Ohade, or Ohade, MNSE, for outstanding contribution to the branch. Congratulations, man.
So that's all in that category as well.
Okay, thank you.
I think we move on to the plaques now.
Okay. Awesome. You're doing a great job, sir. Thank you very much.
So I just need a second for that.
So by the way, for those who haven't spoken and would like to speak or deliver any message of goodwill, you will have an opportunity because we have a networking session immediately after the vote of thanks, where you will be able to say a word or two, okay? To be an open mic at that time. For now, we have some more recognition, some more plaques to be awarded.
Just a second.
Okay. So this is all virtual plaque. By the way, will they be having the real thing or all virtual?
Well, I'll let the chairman.
Chairman, I will be asking for the real one. I want the real one. I want the real one.
I think we'll get that sorted.
Just trying to be a troublemaker, forgive me. Right.
Yeah, so those are the plaques.
So books, you're new to your branch. We don't want to create any problems for you, sir. Okay, this is beautiful, beautifully done. So from the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch, we would like to present to Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, who is the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We have this plaque to present to you, sir, as the chairman at the inauguration ceremony of the Manchester, UK branch. Congratulations, sir. The next also a plaque is awarded to Engineer Ali A. Rabiu, who we heard from earlier, FNSE, FASCE, President Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren. This plaque is hereby awarded to you, sir, as a special guest at the inauguration ceremony today of the opening of the inauguration of the Manchester, UK branch. Congratulations, sir. The next in absentia, because we've not had any representation yet, but nonetheless, we want to present this to His Excellency Ambassador Sarafuddin Tunji Ishola, the dynamic new High Commissioner to the UK. Truly a man of excellence if you meet him. Was meant to be special guest of honor at our inauguration today. There must be a good reason why he's not represented. A lot of issues at the Nigerian High Commission being sorted out right now. So probably that explains his absence. Okay. Next, please. From the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch, proudly present to Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamu, FNSE, FAENG, who is the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Federal Republic of Nigeria, for being a special guest at the inauguration ceremony of the NSE Manchester, UK branch, aptly dated today. Congratulations, sir. The next goes to Engineer Professor Michael O. Faborode, FNSE, FAENG, who is the former Vice Chancellor of Bafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria, and immediate past Secretary General, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, for his excellent delivery today, but for also availing himself to us today as the guest speaker at today's inauguration. Huge congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. Next, Engineer Ademola Isaac Olorunfemi, FNSE, FNIM, NSE Manchester UK branch patron and past president. Truly an amazing gentleman, for being a special guest at today's inauguration ceremony of the NSE Manchester UK branch, dated today, 20th August, 2021. Congratulations, sir. And also we saw the lovely Dr. Nike Folayon, MBE, who is the Chair Association for Black and Minority Ethnic Engineers in the UK, for being a special guest at today's inauguration, dated today. Congratulations, Dr. Nike, yet again. Also, we heard from the president of APWEN, engineer Mrs. Fumilola Ojilade, FNSE, who is very, very popular. Congratulations, ma'am, for being a special guest at today's inauguration ceremony. Thank you for availing yourself to our event today. Congratulations, ma'am.
That's it.
Awesome. A big round of applause to all these amazing people. Big round of applause. Congratulations all. What a great event. I, at this point, unless any of you, my generals, have anything else to add to me, say to me, I'd like to invite the vote of thanks, unless you have anything else before we open up for the networking session. Or books?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, let me invite Dr. Irene Okade, General Secretary, NSE Manchester branch, for her vote of thanks, and then we'll have the closing prayer. So the closing prayer, yet again, will be the second stanza of the Nigerian anthem. But first, the vote of thanks. Dr. Irene Okade, let's have you please on the screen. Thank you. Have you seen her? Is she here?
Yes, she is. I've asked her to unmute, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not responding, so
that's well, she's key. It's a London meeting. Engineer Patrick, is there where you can contact her by text or phone so we can wrap this bit up very quickly?
Okay, I'll do that.
Without delaying our August visitors, members.
While we wait to get the closing remarks from Dr. Okade,
and go for this stuff. Yeah,
we've got a vice president of NSE, Engineer Ibitoye, he could just give us a few minutes while we try to get engineer.
Okay, let's hear from Engineer Ibitoye, please.
Thank you so much, the chairman and distinguished participants. I'm Engineer Adenino Felix Ibitoye. People know me as Kilo Modema or KLM, the Wazobia engineer. I want to congratulate Manchester branch. Though some of us were planning to come, and I think Engineer Patrick Obidoye could testify to that. I even already purchased my tickets until it was changed to online. So, right. But I want to use this medium to congratulate Manchester branch, and by extension, congratulating London and the Scotland and Glasgow branches for this wonderful occasion. And we pray that you continue to rise and rise and rise, because what we are witnessing in UK branches is fantastic. And we are praying that other branches in diaspora will emulate. So to all the distinguished participants, especially the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, we congratulate you because this is coming at your own time. So we pray that the Nigerian Society of Engineers and engineering family will continue to grow from strength to strength. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Congratulations, sir, and thank you very much for that excellent speech. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, have we located the lady, Dr. Irene Okade? If not, we can open up for some more.
Yes, please. Let's proceed with some of the
guests. Right. Okay. So can I just mention that officially we are going into the networking session. We shall revert back for the closing remarks or the vote of thanks and the closing prayer. But for now, we are going to open up, please. And anybody, I think I have. Okay, so I have a few names here. Not sure if they are present, but if they are, if we could have a word or two from them. The first is Dr. Ibierin Otuaro, FNSE, wife of Deputy Governor, Delta State. Not sure if you're here, ma'am, but if you're here, we'll be delighted to have a word or two from you. Dr. Ibierin Otuaro, FNSE. Anybody spots her, let me know. Failing that, can we move to Engineer Tifase Onyeche? Engineer Onyeche Tifase, Managing Director, CEO, Siemens Nigeria. Are you here in the audience? Okay. Mrs. Augusta Ugo, Chairwoman, Nigerian Community, Manchester. Are you in the audience? Please let us know. I'm just going to announce the names. Anyone who's here, please let us know you are present. Engineer Ismail Balogun, CEO, Balbos UK. If you are here, please identify yourself. Professor Ojo Sunday Fayomi.
Balbos is here. Engineer Balogun.
Okay, fantastic. Engineer Balogun, can we just have a word or two from you, sir? He is the CEO, Balbos UK. I haven't seen him, but if you've seen him, please.
We can move on for now, sir.
Okay. Professor Ojo Sunday Fayomi, Dean of College of Engineering, Bells University of Technology, Otta. If you're in the audience, please unmute yourself. Let's have a word or two from you, sir. And Engineer Professor Folarin Alonge, University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. So any of these individuals here, please, will be delighted to have a word or two from you. Okay. Failing that, is there anybody who...
Can I please ask you to please invite Professor David Polya, who is a Dean in the School of Engineering, please.
Okay, I see him. He's been very faithful in his attendance all morning. Professor David Polya, delighted to have you here, sir. Welcome.
Well, thank you. You know, it's a great honor to be invited to this very auspicious occasion, and I feel very privileged to have heard many inspiring speeches this morning from very distinguished guests. I think the caliber of people who have been speaking at this event just shows how vital engineering is to the function of modern society, both in, you know, in Nigeria and elsewhere. And it's also central to a lot of our global challenges like climate change and food security and ensuring that people have got enough water and energy. So, you know, these are all challenges that require international collaboration and goodwill. And this event, you know, shows that in abundance. So just to say my congratulations to Obux and all of his team for setting up this University of Manchester branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. He's got as an Associate Dean for Internationalization in the faculty, he has our full support, and I'm very impressed both with his efforts, those of his teams, and I hope that there will be a very bright future for the branch, the society as a whole, and it will help some of the very talented students and alumni that we have from Nigeria to make an even more bigger impact on the world. So thank you very much for inviting me.
Great. Great speech. Thanks, Professor David Polya. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. We have some hands up. So Engineer Dr. Aziaka, please unmute yourself. Your hands up, and then we can go to Young Osuchi.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Engineer Dr. Aziaka. You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Prof. Sorry, I don't know your name or your title. I hope I'm not going to be indicted because I didn't call your title. First of all, I'm very much happy about this inauguration today. I'm very proud that I belong to the Manchester group. I mean Manchester branch because I live in Derby. And automatically, I think Derby belongs to Manchester branch, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, what I want to say, I'm trying to be very apologetics in the sense that looking at the caliber of people that I've seen on this platform today, I think I could be proud to say they are my fathers and are my mothers. And as a young person, because I finished my PhD in 2019 in the UK, all my postgraduate studies I did in the UK, and I have seen a lot of things, the lapses, because my background, mechanical engineering, from mechanical engineering, I did a thermal power in propulsion and PhD in aerospace engineering. And I know what we've done in the UK and some of the works, like, for example, some of the airline that is in Nigeria, that sometime is being done in the UK. Please, like I said, the apologetic aspect of what I'm trying to say is, those of us who are leaders in Nigeria, sincerely, when I finished my PhD in 2019, I wanted to come home. I want to go back to Nigeria, to be very honest. But the problem that, not just only me, but is many of us that finished together. Please, I am just pleading that they should make the country enabled, security-wide and safety for us, because that's just the key. And sometimes when I think of, it's been many years now, I've not been to Nigeria. So I'm just making a clarion call. Try to be very much sincere to what I'm saying, so that we have the solution to Nigerian problem in terms of engineering. I think we can solve some of those things. And I tell you, things can be solved. And number two, just to cut the story short, I listened to the last speaker, one of the speakers that said that the product of Nigeria should be sold. The government of Nigeria should make it a legislation. There was a conference that was held in Cranfield University where one of the CEO made a statement where we'll talk about the gas flaring in the Niger Delta and some parts of Nigeria. And they said, the CEO is not in Nigeria, but doing a business in Nigeria, and he made a statement. It was so remarkable. And he said that if Nigerian government don't want gas flaring today, it will end. And it was so touching. So please, all those who are in government, they should make everything possible for us. And we are very much ready to provide solution to Nigerian engineering. Thank you very much, sir. I can't hear you, sir.
I said you had a good run, which means you had a good enough time to speak. Congratulations. We heard your message loud and clear. Congratulations. Can we move on now, please, to Young Osuji? That's all I've got to see on the screen.
Thank you. I would have to thank Mr. Moderator. This is one of the best I have witnessed in the UK, conference-wise, and within the Nigerian context, in the sense that they said it was going to start 10 o'clock, and it started 10 o'clock. And things continued with the speed it needed to make it grand. I will thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, most of the players, particularly the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Nigeria, I'm sure he was obviously notified of this meeting in good time, because we would have thrown questions to him. I would have thrown questions to him, really. But unfortunately, it was so brief, was at the airport and all the rest. He could have sent representation if he wasn't available. There you go. That's Nigeria for you. And some of the key players also in London are also absent here. I congratulate the Nigerian High Commission for sending somebody who obviously spoke eloquently for we. And what I'm trying to say in my own contribution to this, I have been a chartered engineer for more than 15 years in the United Kingdom, in the sense that I have had privilege of mentoring students, postgraduate students, MSc, fresh from the universities into the industry. Now, there is a world of difference,
yes,
a massive world of difference. There is a massive world of difference between the university and the professionals. I mean, once you've left the university and you've gone into the profession, you have just started. You probably use only 10% of your academic knowledge in the industry. The rest you learn in the trade. That is what Nigeria is missing. And that is where I think we should also focus. Because what I can see here, all the professors and all the academicians and everything, obviously fantastically presented themselves. But I think we are lacking the professional aspect of it. And I was going to ask the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Nigeria that engineering itself is vast. It's vast in the sense that you have the aeronautical engineers, you have civil engineers, you have the mechanical engineers, you have other aspects of engineering. And somebody spoke about environmental engineering here, which is my discipline. And obviously, I could have come into that, but I would like to ask the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, do we set up the different disciplines of engineering? Because, I mean, I don't want to be in conflict with any of the branches, any of the setups you have in London or Manchester or anything. How do we fall in? Because we are keen, where I think I can gather some names and professions, some individuals together to set up my own discipline, which is building services in London, which will be representing Nigeria really here from here, and I'm sure we can provide quite a lot of difference. So that's the question I wanted to throw to him, but unfortunately he's not here, and I don't know where we go from there. And that's the problem. I'm happy the youths are firing up, but they have to fire up quickly and knock off the old ones who have messed up the country for years. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Thank you for your contribution, Young Osuji, Engineer Young Osuji. Thank you very much. We will move to the next set of speakers in our informal networking session shortly. We have to wrap this part of the event, of the formal event up. But before I do that, probably you can see on your screen a flyer. And this flyer is for the next event being held by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Manchester branch. Is an August general meeting and technical session titled Protecting Our Collective Prosperity. Our collective prosperity. And I believe we have Dr. Cecilia Medupin, who is the senior lecturer in Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences at the University of Manchester, who will be a guest speaker at that event. So this is dated Friday, 27th August, which is next week, Friday, 2021 at 5 o'clock UK time. Okay, so please, and all the Zoom details are there on screen. So please have that noted in your diary. At this time also, I'd like to invite to formally deliver the vote of thanks, the Assistant General Secretary, Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adeyanju Teslim Balogun.
Charles, please, just a moment.
Right.
I'm really sorry about this. We've got Engineer Tasiu Wudil, who is actually the Deputy President of Nigerian Society of Engineers. He's got his hand up, so I think we shouldn't ignore that.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, you know, to put the context to Deputy President, it means that he is the President in waiting. So come 1st of January 2022, he will take over the mantle of office as the President in the Society of Engineers.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. So you people know who is who. I don't. So nice of you to interrupt. So please announce him again, Engineer Patrick. I don't have his name. Please announce him again.
Engineer Tasiu Wudil, FNSC.
Okay. You are welcome, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. I am sure those, okay, it's the same time in Nigeria now, UK, and some part of I just wanted to respond to Osuji. First, the Nigerian Society of Engineers is an umbrella body of all engineering and engineers in Nigeria. And all aspects of engineering, all different fields of engineering are encompassed in NSE. Currently, we have the branches, just like my, and divisions. We have about 80 branches. These are location specific.
So unfortunately,
then
your line is very, very bad. Sir.
Some are calling themselves institutions, are divisions of Nigerian Society of areas of.
Okay, I believe we've lost him. You need a more secure line, I believe. Okay.
Yeah, it's a network problem.
It's a network problem. Okay. All right. So can I just move on with my
yes, please.
Program? Right. Okay. Thank you. Can I please invite the Assistant General Secretary for the vote of thanks? I can see that a couple of the other speakers have arrived. They can then speak during the informal networking session. Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adeyanju Teslim Balogun. You'll be charged extra.
Sorry for the break in transmission.
For those
Hello?
many words.
Can you hear me?
Charged extra. Sir, your line is, we need it more secure, sir. We can't hear you very well. We can't hear you very well. All right, can you, Mrs. Teslim Balogun, just hold fire, okay? Hold fire, you know how this works.
Okay.
You know how this works. Sir Tasiu G. Woodil. Sir, can you hear me? You are muted.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, the trouble we're having is your line is your network wasn't strong, sir. That's the trouble.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Maybe I'll have to change my internet.
Well, you can try for like 30 seconds to see if we can hear you, sir. But you can.
Okay. What I was trying to explain to Osuji and the rest of us is that the Nigerian Society of Engineers has divisions, which are we have about 30 of them, and in its own area, like the environment, we have the Nigerian Institution of Environment Engineers. So we have such specialization areas. All of them, we have about 30 in Nigeria. In fact, we have applications to create more, like the biomedical engineering, so many of them. So we are open to that. And in our conferences, every year, these people make presentations.
All right, sir. Thank you. We must leave it there. So Engineer Young Osuji, I believe what you need to do is how to access, continue your conversation. I believe they have suggestions for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so let's move back, please, to Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adeyanju Teslim Balogun for the vote of thanks. She is the Assistant General Secretary. Okay, over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's an honor and privilege to give the vote of thanks for this inauguration. On behalf of the NSE Manchester branch, I would like to thank everyone who has taken the time out of their busy schedule to grace this occasion. I thank the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, the President of the NSE, of Koren, distinguished guest speakers, fellow engineers, and also those who have given goodwill messages for the branch. Thank you all, and God bless.
Short and sweet. Congratulations. Thank you so much for that. Congratulations, everybody. And now for the closing prayer, we will revert again to the second stanza of our national anthem, which is at the bottom of your page. So collectively, let's please recite it yet again. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and honor.
Amen.
Cocky. Amen.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's left for me. Please mute these people interrupting, please. Kindly mute them, everybody. Thank you.
Is that the second stanza?
Okay. Thank you all. Can I just congratulate every single one of you and thank you most profusely for your time investment today. It is truly an investment of time, and I believe it's been worth your while. We have had some of the most phenomenal speakers deliver content that's quite enriching and transformational. Until the next event, may I just say God bless you and keep you and preserve every single one of you and all that belongs to you. And may we say a hearty congratulations yet again to the Manchester branch, and we collectively wish it the most thriving success and enduring success. And may we pray over the new chairman that he will have the speed and grace of God to conduct his duties with excellence and panache. Congratulations, Obooks. Ejowomu, just in case you have a last word to say hello to everybody before we go into the networking session.
I think it will be out of place if I don't thank you, Charles Kieran, for the wonderful organization and mastering of today's ceremony. So on behalf of the branch, we thank you for the kindness and support towards today's success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody. Patrick, my boss, do you have anything else for me to say, or shall I?
Nothing else for now, but engineer Dr. Akilo will play the commercials at the moment.
Okay.
To thank our sponsors as well.
Thank you. All right. Engineer Akilo, over to you, sir.
Something great and special is about to happen in the engineering world. The Nigerian engineers in the United Kingdom shall gather together to officially inaugurate the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE Manchester branch. This prestigious occasion will come up under the chairmanship of Engineer Babagana Mohammed, National President, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Date, Friday, 20th of August, 2021, from 10 a.m. Venue is virtual through Zoom. Topic of the inauguration: harnessing diaspora engineering potential for the Africa we want and deserve. Guest speaker, Engineer Professor Michael O. Faborodi, former Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Nigeria, and immediate past Secretary, General Committee of Vice Chancellors, Nigeria. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Ambassador Sarafadin Tunji Shola, High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to the United Kingdom. Special guest, Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamu, Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Nigeria. Engineer Demola Isaac Olorunfemi, brand patron and former NSE president. Engineer Ali A. Rabiu, president, Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren. Dr. Nike Folayan, chairperson, Association of Black and Minority Engineers, United Kingdom. Engineer Mrs. Fumilola Ojelade, president, Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. This great event shall showcase various engineering and social projects by the inaugural branch, as well as prizes to outstanding students. Come, for this is a unique opportunity to network with fellow engineers. NSE Manchester branch, a conduit for knowledge transfer and innovative practices. Together, we can achieve greatness. Announcer, Engineer Dr. Obooks Ejowomu, Manchester branch chairman.
AFB UK was founded in 2007 by engineers who are from BME backgrounds. We aim to promote engineering to young people of school age as well as university age.
We do this by holding activities, workshops, conferences, seminars that are aimed at increasing people's capacity for engineering.
After the interviews, they come out and they're so confident.
Find something you enjoy and develop it into a career. It can be very rewarding.
I've learned stuff about myself that I didn't know about before.
Education is key, and I think what they really picked up was that science and math is accessible to everyone.
Engineering is like making things we use on a day-to-day basis.
We aim to be the go-to organisation for the promotion of engineering to young people from BME backgrounds.
I really see it as being important for the future.
We all kind of need each other. We're all inspired by someone, and that's the idea. We want to use the little we know to inspire somebody else.
Celebrating 10 years at AFB UK.
Tiskering Event and Barking and Dagenham Council presents African Showcase Market in Barking on the 1st of September 2021. Live performance, DJ Alexo, drum workshop, dance workshop, over 30 stores displaying authentic African product and services. Sponsored by Ward Remit, Barking and Dagenham Council, Tropical Sun, Send 123, La Sword, Oloja, Roju, Voice, Others Food, Flavor Food, One Accord Living Limited, Agro-Business Expert, Venue, Market Square, Town Center, Barking, IG11 8DQ. Date, Wednesday, 1st September 2021. Time, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission free. See you there.
Eyes on my neck, eyes on my list. Many days I never sleep.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I am going to move very quickly to, I had the gentleman's name from Brabus or Barbos. I forgot his name. Let me seek him. I wrote.
Yeah, Ismail Balogun.
Balogun.
Right, my Balogun. That's it. I spotted him earlier on. So if you're here, there we are. There we are. Thank you, sir, and welcome. Is it Engineer Balogun or just Mr. Balogun?
Engineer.
Whatever.
Engineer. Engineer.
Whatever.
Okay, I'm looking at your name on the screen. I don't see any title. So Engineer Ismail Balogun, CEO of Balbos UK Limited. Welcome, sir. We announced you previously, but we couldn't find you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me seize the opportunity to congratulate NSE Manchester on this occasion of inauguration. Very impressive. We can only pray that you grow higher and higher. Having said that, the most and essential thing to say is about our motherland, Nigeria, and our profession. We owe Nigeria a lot as an engineer, and I believe the professional engineers should be working with the engineering academicians in order to take that country to where it's supposed to be. I run business here in the UK. I'm into advanced engineering business. We handle any load. We work for big boys in this country, like Jaguar Land Rover, and few aerospace industry as well. So I personally, I would love to see Nigeria opening up to professional engineers, people that actually work in the field. I build machines for a living, and I've been doing that for over 30 years. I design and build it. But we want to work with people back home, want to collaborate. I am very much impressed with University of Ife. Strangely, I've never been to Ife in my life. I'm over 60 years old. I've never been there. I'm a Lagosian. Unfortunately, we tend to stay in Lagos if you're born in Lagos. But I hope people back home will give us the chance to collaborate with them. Presently, I work with few organizations in Nigeria. I collaborate with them. I collaborate with NIMECI. I collaborate with IPON whenever it's possible. And I mentor quite a lot of young Nigerian engineers. But we want our universities, our polytechnics, technical colleges to open up, allow us to collaborate with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Balogun. Thank you very much. Do we still have Professor Michael Faborode, please? Is he still with us? Let's see. Or has he left? He has probably left.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you please invite Chris Agbaje if you don't mind, sir?
Who?
Chris Agbaje.
Chris Agbaje.
Yes, please.
Right. So Chris Agbaje, please. Sorry, I don't have your titles. Or if you can hear us, please unmute yourself so you can say a word or two. I'm sure you're here. All right, Dr. Books, did you spot him online?
He's there, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
He's online. But thank you very much.
Okay, so please.
We also take Dr. Adediran, the NSE Glasgow branch chairman, if he's still online with us.
If he's here, yes, Dr. Adediran.
He's been called earlier.
Okay, Dr. Adediran, are you online? Can you hear us? Please unmute yourself and say a word or two. Feeling that this is open mic, anybody wants to say a word, just let us know by show of hand and we'll invite you to speak. We have a few minutes before we wrap up.
I think Young is up.
Young, okay, I don't see him on my screen.
I mean,
I think we allow some other people to speak if possible. I think he's speaking earlier. They're still up from the old time.
What about Good Luck, TA, Engineer Good Luck?
Engineer Good Luck, please unmute yourself. Yes.
Okay, I am online now. I want to say good afternoon to everybody, and I wish to stand on the existing protocol. I'm so happy to be on this call since 10 o'clock in the morning till now for the inauguration of the Manchester branch. I've always been watching out for when it will come up because the advert had been on for quite some time now. I'm very grateful to God and grateful to you all. And I want to appreciate the chairman of the Manchester branch, the chairman, that is the NSE president of Nigeria, for his ability to come around, though briefly online this morning, to inaugurate the branch. And I know that since he has done that, the whole world has seen it that, yes, Manchester branch is inaugurated. I want to appreciate the chairman. I want to appreciate all the ESCO members and every member of Manchester branch and every other branches that joined the call this morning to be online and follow up with your program. I pray that the Almighty God that has chosen them to lead the Manchester branch will lead them to the right destination, and at the end, they will be happy and the name of the Lord will be glorified. Thank you very much. We call him the MC. My name is Engineer Goodluck, T.A. Okwodo, FNSC, one of the vice presidents of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Nigeria. So may the Almighty God guide you and give you more vision and knowledge to expand more than where you are now. I also know that the deputy president was trying to say some few things which he couldn't complete because of the network. He was trying to tell us that other divisions are being put up. We have several divisions in Nigeria that are under the umbrella of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So the same vein, other divisions can also put up a division in Manchester and other places under the umbrella of the NSE. That was what he was trying to tell you when the network knocked him off.
Okay.
So I congratulate all of you and thank you for giving me the privilege to be on this call this afternoon. God bless you all.
And thank you for your great message and your prayer. Thank you very much appreciated, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can we just call on Engineer Dr. Akin Babatunde?
Charles, sorry,
yeah.
after this person, can we call on Engineer Teslim Bukoye next, please?
Okay. All right. Dr. Akin Babatunde.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Brilliant. Thank you. First of all, I want to appreciate the organizers of this event, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Manchester branch, and congratulate you on this occasion of inauguration of the branch. It's a very hard work, you know. I appreciate the effort put into making it a great success, particularly to the awardees and all people who have contributed in one way or the other to make it a success. Of note is my friend, who I know is a colleague, and he has done a lot. That's Engineer Patrick will be doing. So we pray God Almighty to bless this effort and so that we can get to greater heights. Thank you once again for having me on this program.
Very much appreciated, sir, for your kind comments. Engineer Dr. Akim Babatunde. Thank you. Appreciate it. May I call upon also, I'm not sure if it's Engineer Dr. But Teslim Bukoye. Please announce yourself, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles. I bring greetings from the University of Bath. And
welcome, sir.
It's good to be associated with University of Manchester on this very special occasion. And also the wider community. I've seen so many guest speakers from different forums making giant strides in the UK. Also Nigeria at large. I know from the title of the presentation, which it's about harnessing, engineers or best practices for the greater good of Nigeria. And I've had a lot. I did enjoy the presentations from all the guest speakers, and it's good to be associated with this very special group. Also, quite important is working with Professor Obokes. Obokes is a good friend, and we've been looking strongly into some of the research works they've been talking about. In terms of air pollution and all that. Once again, I want to congratulate him, congratulate the team in Manchester, congratulate the NSE body at large, and also to thank you for this wonderful event. I did enjoy every bit of it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Teslim Bukoye, you're so welcome. You are so appreciated too. Thank you so much. And we have Mojirade Oloruntoba. I don't have the title.
Engineer Mojirade Oloruntoba.
Okay. We can't see any of those on the screen, unfortunately. Engineer Mojirade Oloruntoba. Hello, I see your lovely smiley face there. Hello.
You have to force me to put on the video. Engineer Mojirade Oloruntoba, PhD.
Oh.
I'm loyal to. Well done, man.
PhD is no joke, ma'am. So, Dr. Engineer Mojirade Oloruntoba.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, sir. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol. I'm sure my network has been somehow, it's been quite unstable. That's why you see me go on and come on back at every point in time. Let me use this medium to just congratulate the chapter, Manchester branch, for this inauguration of today. I'm really excited about it, and I know for you to have started on this course, the good Lord will continue to see you through. God will strengthen you and equip you with everything that you need for a successful tenure. I'm so happy about it. I must congratulate you for this successful inauguration. And for the lecture, although I couldn't be part of that lecture, but I trust you and I really want to congratulate you once again for the successful hosting of the lecture. Congratulations, Manchester branch. You keep moving higher. God will continue to strengthen you. The wisdom you need, God will grant unto you. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Beautiful. So very well spoken. So very well spoken, Doctor. God bless you too. Thank you so much. Well, I think we have, okay. Dr. Books, your hand was up. Did you want to say something?
No, please.
Okay. All right. So at this time, I believe it's time for us to wrap up this session. Yep. Unless our previous guest speakers, I believe most have left, unless there's anybody who want to say something.
We don't, Engineer Fakayinde, the chairman of the planning committee, do you have something to say?
Aha.
Oh, not really, just to thank our Chas, who has done a very good work. Yes, it has been a wonderful time, and I'm so happy with the presentation and everything. Thank you so much. I thank everybody that has come, for the president of NSE, our patron who was here, the president of the current as well, and all the distinguished personalities that have come all the way from Manchester, the University of Manchester. Thank you so much for hosting us in the HN City. We love you so much, and we know that we continue to do great and mighty things together. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. You've really made our day. Thank you all.
You're a good man, sir. You're a good man. You have a good heart too. God bless you. We appreciate you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to bring this proceeding, unless Patrick, did you have?
We could take Professor Fayomi as well. I think he's been called earlier. He wasn't.
Professor Fayomi.
Oh yes, sorry. that's my dean now.
Okay.
From University of
where is he? I can't see him on the
University of
screen. Professor
Technology,
Fayomi.
Professor Sunday.
I can't see him on my screen. Can somebody see?
Yeah, he's there now.
He's spotlighted. He's the Dean College of Engineering at Bells University, Otta.
Okay. So, Professor Fayomi, can we hear from you, please? Yes, I see you. Welcome, sir. Professor Ojo Sunday Fayomi. You're welcome. Yes.
Can you unmute yourself, please? Professor Fayomi, can you unmute yourself? Good.
Okay, you're unmuted. Very quickly for us, please. Very quickly for us. I hope you're not having network issues at all.
We can't hear you.
I think it's having some technical challenges.
You're muted. You're muted.
I'm not sure if you can hear. Can you hear us, Professor Fayomi? Acknowledge, please, if you can hear.
Can you hear us?
You've lost 30 seconds of your time already. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Yes, sir.
well, you've got about a minute, please. Go for it.
Hello, sir.
We are waiting for you, sir. We're waiting.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I bring greetings from Best University of Technology at Covenant, Best University of Technology, Ota, Nigeria. I just want to congratulate everyone, at least for the new sections that you guys are bringing on board. And it's just to be part of you, and just to say, at least, is a way to create a new beginning for the section, for the chapter. I wish everyone and the coordinators wisdom to bring everybody together and lead well. On behalf of Best University of Technology, College of Engineering, I wish everyone a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Ojo Fayomi. Thank you very much. Patrick, I see your hand up. Any last word? So we don't drag this on and on and on. Any last word?
Yeah, there's nothing from me, please.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Let me go to my second boss or my first boss of books. Oyomo, shall I wrap this up?
I think just maybe Professor Edwards, maybe if he can just make a comment on behalf of all the awardees today, since he's still very much around. Professor David Edwards, he was one of the recipients today. If he can just wrap up for us, please.
Okay.
Hi, books. Yes, I'm still here. And, listening in the background and looking forward to the invitation from Charles to have some jollof rice around his home.
Anytime you're ready, sir. Invitation is wide open. We just can't see your face this time. That's the only trouble. But not to worry if it's not convenient.
Yes, that's fine, Charles. Sorry, I've taken my shirt and tie off. I'm back in UK academic mode.
Yes, yes, yes.
But yes, it's been a fabulous day today. I've really enjoyed meeting old friends, new friends, listening to some superb presentations today. Very, very well chaired, Charles. Well done. Very well organised, the books and the team at Manchester. Fantastic. These things take an inordinate amount of effort, coordination, and patience and professionalism to pull an event of this size together. I'm incredibly impressed, and I'm more than happy to help the Nigerian Society of Engineers in any way possible, because I do believe the world is becoming a smaller place. As I said earlier, you've inherited a new African in myself, an adopted African. So this process does work both ways. It's not just the UK in Nigeria. It's, I work with many great Nigerians around the world, and I think we've got much to learn together. A book I've got behind me talks about sapiens, which roughly translates as wise humans. And I've certainly met a lot of wise humans today, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this professional institution. It really is. It just fills my heart with joy. It's fantastic. Thank you all.
Prof, you have a beautiful disposition about you, and we're really appreciative of your kind words, your beautiful presence. Thank you so much for all you've contributed today. We appreciate it, and everyone's taking note of it as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Finally,
thank you ever so much, Charles, but I still will take you up on that jollof rice.
Absolutely, doors are wide open. Wide open, sir. Why not indeed? Why not indeed? Thank you so much. Engineer Fakende, looks like your hands up.
Yeah, just a quick one. I got a message from the Vice Chancellor of Best University of Technology. He's in Abuja and his network is very weak, so that's why he's not able to join. Then I have another from Professor Folani Alunga from the University of Uyo. He was also in another meeting, but he couldn't join as well. And he said he is with us because his mentor delivered the lecture. That is Professor, Vice Chancellor, former Vice Chancellor of IFE, delivered the inaugural lecture, and he wished he was there with us, and so he's sending his greetings as well. Thank you.
Okay. Noted. Acknowledged. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Now, this is the time where we try to get you to leave, but it doesn't look like people want to leave. When you start getting these last minute interjections, they don't want to leave. I know it's been a great event, but we have to go. By the way, my fees go up when it goes past the next 3 minutes, just to let you know. Okay. So thank you all so much.
We can do special networking after you have done.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to have served you today. Looking forward to the next time. We pray for God's preservation for each and every one of you and your loved ones. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the Manchester branch and to the chair of the Manchester branch. You carry the grace of honor, and the Lord will lead you to more and more victories. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. Let me bow out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Ferdinand.
Yeah. I was waiting for us to come back to our normal section before I can just say something. I really thank you people for every coordinations and how the program was prepared, and I thank every one of us that really participated. Despite I was so busy with my thesis and stuff like that, so I couldn't even join anymore again. I was interested to join in one of these, but I have to write the exam, I have to write my thesis, so everything was together with me, so I couldn't join. But I really thank you people for doing everything great. In fact, the organization went very well. Yeah, and I thank our chairman, Dr. Bones, and every member that have participated in progress of this occasion. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ferdinand. It's a pleasure to have you. Engineer Claude, do you want to say keep recording, or we want to stop the recording since we have in a way officially closed?
Yes, I think